Alright, we're here on my charter boat, the Three Amigos, today, and I want to talk a little bit about footwear, or boots and footwear. Got a wide variety of XTRATUFs here, and I can't say enough about them. Right? That fish would have to have in the corner to meat. I've lived in the Northwest my whole life, and we get a lot of rain. This area can get up to over 200 inches of rain, over 15 feet, and it makes everything slippery and wet. And I like stuff that's comfortable and that I have sure footing and something that's going to keep my feet dry. And XTRATUFs do that, and they make a ton of products. So this is just what's in my household, and between me and Kim's, this is just our collection of footwear. But I'll start with the full-size boot. This is what you'll see me wearing a lot on a real rainy day. When I put my rain gear over, I don't want to have my feet getting wet. But these boots are about a year old. They were made by China for a while in China, and boy, we were having serious issues with them. And when they were made in America, they were the shit. You could get a couple years out of them, maybe 3. And now they're still, they're making a better boot again. Their laminating process was kind of, so if you hear anything bad about them, I'm just here that I agree with it, because I was really disappointed in an awesome boot. But the reason why I buy this boot mostly is because of this sole, and it handles really well. I use these on my construction job, I use them on my boat, I use them when I'm going hunting. The sole is phenomenal on wet surfaces. They grab, and I want something, especially now that I'm getting a little older, I don't bounce as well as I used to, and these boots perform awesome. The only downside of the boot for a lot of people is they sweat. They don't breathe. And you can wear these little booties inside of them that add insulation and that will wick that water away from your feet and just keep it on the booty, and it is a phenomenal combination. But the boot itself is, the sole is the shit for wet, slimy surfaces. My cameraman has some hard black soled boots, and I see them on my boat a lot because everybody wants to wear waterproof boot, which is fine. But I'll go into that a little bit, and I'll come back to that. But I wanted to show you some of these boots. This is a slipper style, still got the same soles. They also do decorative ones for the ladies. If they want a little more decorative style, they come with salmon, they come with halibut, they come with octopus. Make them cute. The girls roll them down, and they're a little more stylish, I guess. But they still come with that awesome sole, that really slip resistant sole. They come in camouflage. They come in little slippers and styles. There's another slipper style. This one, the sole's about wore out. I mean, these are a couple years old and still kicking it. If you roll them down, they will start to crease and they start cracking right here. This is a little aftermarket. I'm getting old, and I like to go to my knees to pick up stuff a lot more than I bend over and pick it up. And I start wearing out the toes, especially on this non-skid surface in my boot or my construction jobs. And they start wearing out. So when they're brand new, I just scuffed them up a little bit, rubbed them down with rubbing alcohol to get them nice and clean, and then I just put an extra little layer of shoe goo on them. Makes them last a lot longer. When they do crack and the tops become a little wore out, it's mostly in the ankle area, I like to get a little more life out of them, and I just cut them off. These things, they make a fast little slipper. The ground's usually wet here around here all the time, so at least I got a slipper out of them, and I run them for another year. These ones are about ready for the burn pile or the garbage. But They're comfortable. They got good soles in them. They've got good ankle support for most people. If you have big calves, they have a zipper style that you can get. My son has got some Mondo calves. I don't know where he got those, but he's got calves to where it makes these boots uncomfortable for him. So he's got the zipper style. I do a lot of alpine hunting. A lot of calling, a lot of raking. We're doing a lot of raking. And hunting out of clear cuts. And they make a brand that is corked, and they've got spikes on the bottom. And they make a great hunting boot. They grab rocks. You can run right up a log. I don't care how slimy it is. You can run right up on it and chase animals in the clear cut. When I hike up in the alpine, I always like to have a pair of cork boots. I want to be sure-footed, especially with a heavy load on my back, and I don't want to fall and get hurt. So these are a boot that have a lot of different styles, but you will have sure-footedness. I mean, you'll be confident in where you step and not end up on your butt. A lot of people try to help me out. I have some really great clients, and they always try to help me out. They want to help me dock the boat. They want to grab a line. Even after the boat's tied up, it's a really dry, hot, sunny day today, and you're probably going to want to back up a little bit so you can see this bull rail and kind of where you're standing. And so people get up here, and they want to jump past this bull rail to tie up the boat or to get off, and they step out here with those hard black soles, and they end up with their feet in the air, and their head comes back and smacks the bull rail. I had an unfortunate incident last year where I had 2 people jumping out of my boat, and I warned them that the dock is always slippery when it's wet. One lady broke her ankle, hurt her shoulder, and tagged her head on the bull rail. Another gentleman jumped out to try to help me tie up, and he was a big gentleman and jumped, hit the deck, and slid out, hit the bull rail, and his eyes rolled back in his head, and I thought that he was down for the count. You see a lot of people slipping and falling on this dock because they're not used to the wet, slimy environment. And these boots will save all of that from you. I mean, you're still gonna have slips and falls, I know that, but these boots perform awesomely, and the soles, you can't beat them. So if you guys like this, send me some kind of comment. Let me know what you think. If you tried them out, what you think of them. They're definitely a better boot now. They were being made by China, like I said, but they're holding together, and I still stand by them. I love the boot. I love the sole. So send me a comment. Tell me what you think. If you like this, please subscribe. Send me a comment. Share it with friends. Know where your meat comes from. Enjoy the outdoors.